The ticket.
Prater The Ballgame, welcome 5 o'clock, Sports Talk Radio enthusiasts. This is Idaho Sports Talk, and we're happy to have you with us. This is our video segment brought to you by the Dollar Loan Center. Visit don'tbebroke.com. Prater, Ashton Jeanty is the guy that we hope won't be broke in terms of NIL. The year he's having, and holy smokes, the opportunity you would think that exists out there. Now, he's a quiet guy. He's not maybe going to publicize himself like other Broncos have done in the NIL game. We thought today we would become half sports talk hosts, half NIL agents, and we will be representing Ashton Jeanty along with our listeners. We're going to come up with some ideas, brainstorm about what the perfect products to pitch, type of products Ashton Jeanty would line up with well, keep some money in his pocket, and keep him, Prater, in a Boise State uniform.
And it just doesn't have to be the cash. I think he is the kind of guy that will stick around, especially with that Texas connection next year. It's going to be Jeanty. It's going to be Taylor Green. It's going to be EMAC and a whole bunch of other Texas dudes. And I think that they're really committed to this cause. But yeah, let's, in an NIL world, let's take advantage of what's out there. He's got a couple of deals as far as I know publicly. He's got the new era hats that you can get through the blue and orange store that we were giving away a couple of weeks ago. And he's certainly got a hoodie and a T-shirt line that he's got out there that a lot of this Boise State student athletes have. After that, I'm not really quite sure where he fits in with name, image, and likeness, at least in terms of the public stuff. I've never really seen him pitch or promote anything. He is a quiet guy. You're going to hear Taylor Green talk about that here in a minute. You got to be your biggest supporter. And a lot of this stuff doesn't really necessarily get done during the football season either. And everybody knows that. But we got Taylor Green, an NIL deal. We'd like to take responsibility of that along with Dirk Cutter. If we can get Taylor Green an NIL deal, why can't we get Ashton Jeanty an NIL deal?
Right, yeah. So 208-424-9300, Cloverdale Plumbing text line. We'll take your calls on this too. We want to know, do you have a really cool idea? Now's the time to hop on Idaho Sports Talk with thousands of people listening and spread that idea throughout Bronco Nation. Who knows? Maybe, just maybe, you'll be the one. Hey, I called that radio show, Idaho Sports Talk. I suggested that idea, and what do you know? Ashton Jeanty is now doing TV commercials for that company or pitching that product. That'd be a pretty cool feeling.
I was talking to a buddy this morning about one of my ideas. Somebody else on social media put it out there as well. It made me laugh. Here's one idea that we can strike from the record right now.
Bring it.
We're striking this one. This will not happen. Ashton Cigars. Ashton is a big cigar brand. It's a big-time cigar brand. Ashton Cigars, that's not going to happen, Paul.
I didn't know that, man.
Not going to happen. Cross Ashton Cigars off your list, even though it's one hell of a product. I don't think Mr. Running Back Star is going to be promoting cigars. Unless he wins a national championship or a Super Bowl, Joe Burrow style, sitting in the locker room, he might want to take an Ashton cigar and stick it in his back pocket.
Yeah, what the hell is this? Willie Mays pitching Chesterfield cigarettes or something back in 1957? No, that would be hilarious, though. But okay. 208-424-9300. No cigars for Jeanty. What else do we got? Let's get these ideas in, and we'll hear from Riley Smith and Taylor Green in a second as well, Prater. Ashton Jeanty runs the grass. He cuts the grass. How about a lawnmower? Ashton Jeanty, whether it's a ride-along lawnmower, maybe a push mower, something to do with grass and machinery and cutting grass, cutting on the grass. Now, the question I have would be how he would be able to convince people verbally, because again, he's a quiet guy, but maybe if you could get him on a ride-along lawnmower, put a number 2 on it, get that ride-along, maybe blue and orange colors, maybe you could sell a couple of those. Ashton Jeanty cutting the grass, you don't seem too impressed.
I'm thinking it's a creative idea. Maybe if you painted the grass blue, that would help. You certainly couldn't cut it green grass. That's not going to work for Boise State's image. So I'm not buying that whatsoever. But you can get creative and paint some grass blue and get him out there. I got one answer. I'll save my answer because my answer is going to trump everybody else's answer. My answer is the only ultimate answer here, and everything else is just a silly idea. But let's get some silly ideas.
All right, Kelvin, you're up first. Kelvin, appreciate the call, 208-424-9300. Kelvin, what's the perfect product that Ashton Jeanty should be pitching? Hey, Kelvin, what's up, man?
Kelvin has some stage fright.
Kelvin, what's going on, dude? JP, talk to Kelvin. Get this guy straightened out. Tell him he's on the damn radio right now. If he doesn't talk quick, I'm going to send Prater to kick his butt. So let's keep, and some type of energy drink, Prater, some type of boost, some type of power boost. Like if there was a power bar that Ashton
there is a
Jeanty
power bar.
Was
it's called Power Bar.
Signing on. Remember when JP, of all people, the one endorsement deal JP had since I've been on this team? Remember when JP was hawking those power bars?
They were Built bars. Thank you very much.
You don't remember that, Prater?
I remember Built bars. Yeah, Power Bars are a completely different product.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was just like Power Bar is the brand, but like some type of nutrition bar, supplement, something like that. Maybe I could see him do.
He gets 8,000 a day at Boise State of those.
So maybe he's experienced with them.
That's not going to work. Why would he pitch something that he gets free every day at school?
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, because they're going to pay him. We need
to take food off the table here because, we're not looking for pizza deals here. I don't want him to show up with his buddies and eat pizza once a week. That's not the kind of thing we're looking at here. Although you're going to hear Taylor Green here in a minute talk about one of his favorite things is eating food. And look at the beast. He's a beast. Of course, he's cranking down about 4,000 calories a day. So of course he likes to eat, but just putting some food into his mouth is not going to be able it's not going to get him NIL rich.
Okay, here's how I'll organize this then. We'll go through some of ours and we'll talk about this. We'll play Riley Smith. We'll give you Taylor Green's opinion, and then we'll come back and read everybody else's opinion. We got a lot of texts coming in here, and you guys are doing a good job. If you want to just pitch us, sell it one-on-one, I recommend you call 208-424-9300. What product would Ashton Jeanty be best served endorsing? We're going to have to get some NIL money thrown his way. Let's help him out on Prater and the ball game. I'm going to give you my number one because it sounds like you say you have, Prater, you have the greatest of all ideas, you think?
Yes, I do.
I'm going to say hot tubs. Is that where you were going?
No, but we did talk about that yesterday because, the two things we talked about yesterday were that because he's got this chill vibe, maybe it was an ice bath. And the other thing we talked about was muscle cars, which I know is probably going to come up during this conversation a little bit as well.
Because for me, it wasn't, the hot tub or a massage school. Like if Ashton Jeanty was saying, hey, Ashton Jeanty here. Hey, I just ran for 262 yards last week. And the one thing that got me up, back, ready to go to do it again was Johnny Ballgame's House of Massage. I go to ball games, they rub me, they touch me in every possible way to get all of my cramps, aches, and pains. See ya out the door, just like another one of my 80-yard touchdown runs. Ashton Jeanty, AJ2, get the Ashton Jeanty special massage. Weekend warriors, mom, dad working out too hard, whatever the case may be. You go to Johnny Ballgame's House of Massage, you order the AJ2 special, and it'll work every single time. Prater, I need to get this guy a massage deal.
And how is that going to make the Boise State training and athletic department that massages him every day feel?
Well, Prater, why are you shooting all this
Because
down?
It's got to be realistic. He has a massage every single day. He has a paid training staff at Boise State under the guidance of Boise State's athletic department to take care of his body. He gets all that stuff. Yeah, he could go off and endorse that and get some cash, but all of a sudden I'm sending the message that my Boise State team sucks and Joe's barbecue down there, or Joe's massage down the street's better. Ball game massage down the streets much, much better than the Boise State staff that really takes care of me 365 days a year.
Johnny Ballgame's House of Massage, man. Oh, okay. So
strike the massage, strike the hot tub.
Okay. All right. Genius. You said you have the greatest idea ever to pitch Ashton Jeanty for an NIL deal. Let's hear this.
Cash.
Come again?
Cash.
Wait.
Cash.
Like
cash.
Is there a restaurant?
I don't care where it comes, how it comes, why it comes. If Caleb Williams is making $10 million, if Shadir Sanders is making $4 million, if some of these stars, I'm not trying to compare Ashton Jeanty, although statistically he's number one in the country and really, really good at what he does, but just cash. I mean, why can't he become the first Boise State? And I don't care what company you attach it to. Let's attach it to Micron. Let's attach it to some big players around here. Let's attach it to some other very, very obvious ones that are very involved with sports marketing. There's some really, really high, powerful companies in this town that have sports marketing. Why can't we make Ashton Jeanty the first Boise State $1 million running back and just give him cash?
Wow.
Cash.
Yeah.
I need cash.
Yeah.
I don't want pizza in his mouth. I don't need a hot tub. I don't need a house of massage. I don't need more T-shirts. I don't need more hats. I don't need any of that nonsense. I don't need more braids. I need Ashton Jeanty, cash, and probably from a big-time company here in Boise. And there's a lot of them out there, and you guys know who you are.
So just pull money together. Don't make him do anything other than just be, I don't know, like some type of community ambassador or something. Yeah. Nothing. I mean, just kind of, he'll show up. He'll represent your brand. Like I'll just throw. Actually, I don't want to mention anybody, but there's someone whose first name starts with the letter T, like their brand logo on a polo or a hat, and he wears it around town. That's the trade. Or he shows up to a company picnic and takes pictures with the kids. Yeah,
or does commercials, or as a spokesman for them, or whatever it takes. There's a million things you can do for $1 million.
Not like, what about like, I'm not going to mention any of the ones that people are texting because the text line has exploded on this.
Because they're all dumb.
We'll take some calls too, 208-424-9300. We asked Riley Smith earlier in the day at a press conference, Prater. You asked him this question specifically. He has been a stud in the NIL game for Boise State. He has more NIL deals now than he does catches. You asked Riley Smith his advice for Ashton Jeanty in the NIL game. Here's what the senior offensive captain had to say.
I think really it's just buying into the business and getting out in the community. And a lot of people, even though it's been a couple years, a lot of companies don't know how to use the NIL program and utilize players. So coming with ideas is the biggest thing that helped me out. Like, not putting it on their plate they have busy lives and they have a lot of priorities other than helping us. So going and being prepared and going in and feeding them ideas of what can help work and be a beneficial relationship between both of you is, I think, a huge step, and is kind of what happened with Ford. Like, Jim didn't know anything about it, and I just brought it to him and tried to teach him about it and how I can help implement some stuff from my aspect. And so it's just building, and he's going to do great in the NIL world. And like you said, it definitely picks up after season. So he's just focusing on being the best player he is right now. And once the season ends, he's going to have a lot of free time to go out and dabble in all that areas.
I can't wait to see what he does in the offseason in terms of marketing himself, getting out there. He is a quiet, shy guy. He's humble and hungry. He's the poster boy of what Boise State football wants down there. Just kick butt on Saturday, pay attention Monday through Friday, and just be humble and hungry 24/7, 365. And that's the beautiful part of Ashton Jeanty. But he's gonna have to bust out of his shell just a little bit in the offseason. I would think that would help the NIL
Hopefully
deals.
He'll be ready to, and he'll get more comfortable. Riley Smith, though, backtrack a little bit. What a terrific kid that is, right? I mean, he went to we went to Lithia Ford, I believe it was, correct? You mentioned Jim there.
Yep, Jim Sturk.
Yeah, and he set the whole thing up. Riley Smith shows up to Ford. Here's my pitch, PowerPoint and all. Here's how I can help. Here's what you can do. And they bought it. And they bought it big time. Like, good for Riley Smith getting out there and making that happen. We're taking calls, 208-424-9300. You can get right to the front of the line rather than waiting to hear your text message heard. Helping Ashton Jeanty with future NIL deals. What product should he pitch? Should you just find a way to put a little cash in this guy's pocket? You'll also hear from Talon Green. We asked Talon Green, what was that? Something about a car, Prater?
The best idea. Yesterday, you and I talked about a muscle car. Today, Talon Green takes our car idea and he takes it to a whole new level.
Do not miss this segment. It's Prater on the Ballgame, KTIK The Ticket.
From the Beacon Plumbing Traffic Studios, this is Ticket Traffic.